I want to know what we can do for you.
I want to kill Kevin Malone.
All right, hello, Brian. How are we doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I really enjoyed seeing you on Suits LA. It was a lot of fun, and again, I always love this kind of concept when an actor gets to appear as themselves. But of course, obviously, there's some changes. So I wonder, what is that process like? Do you get to be involved with the writing of this is what I think this version of Brian would look like in the Suits universe?
That's a really good question, Andy. I think that in this, whether it's because I was playing a character that has the same name as me, or if it's just that they're fantastic collaborators, I suspect it's both. We had multiple conversations before we started shooting about what their idea was for this character in their show that played by me, and sort of finding the line between me and what they wanted to accomplish. And I feel like we collaborated very, very well, and so much so that by the time I showed up and where the script was in its final version, I mean, look, I'm always going to play a little bit, and was given the ability to play a little and improv, but really it was in a place I was totally comfortable with. It felt much more like I feel much more invested in both them and the show because of the experience. Very different than another show where I just show up as a guest star. So they were really willing to work with me and help sort of find the line of reality between me and the character that they were looking for.
Were you already a fan of the Suits franchise, or how did this come about you coming into the show? Was it they came to you, or you were like, hey, I'm actually a fan of what you guys do, I would love to be part of this?
Yeah, it did not happen that way, for sure. I was obviously very familiar with Suits. They were on in the NBC family for a long time when I was permanently in the NBC family. So I, was very well aware of it, very well aware of the success that they found in streaming through Netflix. A very similar journey to what happened with The Office, really. And did not know about the new show, but was approached about coming in pretty early on to come in for the third episode when they had gotten picked up past the pilot. And so obviously am watching very closely now, have gone back and watched a bunch of the original Suits series. But I think that a lot of people are sort of referring to this as as a remake or it's the same words that they use for The Office too, right? Spin-off. But I think really it's within the same family. It's within the same genre. It's using the same language, but it's really an extension of the series as opposed to a specific spin-off.
I spoke with Scott Davis a few weeks ago, who, of course, is amazing as Eric, and you guys had such a great dynamic on screen. Well, she had so many good things to say about working with you. What was it like for you to work with someone who, for her, she's, because she was talking about how this is her big breakout gig. So how was it working with someone that is now in, a similar position that you were when you were starting out?
I had a great time with her. I mean, truly, she was really able to play and improvise with me. We didn't do a ton because I felt like the script was in such a good place. But we definitely did. And she was open, and not just improving in terms of the words, but, changing sort of the feeling and dynamic of the scene. We did takes that sort of leaned more heavily into comedy, and also some that leaned more heavily into sort of drama or anger. It'll be interesting to me. I've seen very little. I've seen one of the scenes so far to see sort of what direction Aaron and the editors decided to take it, because I felt like there were a number of possibilities based on that. But look, I know that I'm not supposed to be her client, but hopefully, if Brian Baumgartner needs some more legal work, he gets to work with her again.
Yeah, and that was actually going to be my next question, which was that, do you see it as we may get an update on what this Brian is up to, in terms, because I know he's talking about there's a lot of opportunities he wants to seek out. So, is there a chance we may see you later this season?
Well, look, it would be a lot of fun. I do think that they've left it open, and based on the original series, clients, once you're a client at the law firm, you tend to show back up again. I think, I do think there's an intention and something interesting to be resolved, or at least to find out how what happens to Brian after this episode ends. So I don't know. We'll see. But I certainly would jump at the opportunity because they are a fantastic group of people, a great crew. And again, they didn't need to collaborate with me or ask my advice about things, but they were very, very open, and I really enjoyed the experience.
All I'm asking for is one meeting with Tom Hanks.
Just the one?
Just one.